everyone, Anna here from EnglishLikeANative.co.uk. In today's lesson, I'm excited to share with you 15 adjectives that are perfect for describing people's characteristics. We'll explore their meanings and use them in example sentences. Then I'll share a short story where you'll hear all these adjectives in action, and we'll finish with a little quiz. You can access a vocabulary list and worksheet by joining my free mailing list. All you have to do is click on the link below. So, without further ado, let's jump right in. Number 1, generous. 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 If someone is described as generous, then they are a person who is willing to give more of something, more than is usual, more than is expected, especially money. So if you say, Anna, I can't pay for my taxi home, could you lend me a £5? I'd say, I tell you what, I'll give you 20. Get yourself home safe and buy yourself a bag of chips, and don't worry about giving it back to me. That would be very generous. Here's another example. My friend is very generous. She always buys gifts for everyone on their birthdays. Number 2, curious. 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 If you're described as curious, then you are eager to know or to learn something. I'm particularly curious about people and their reasons for doing things. I'm curious as to why you're learning English. Why don't you pause the video and let me know in the comments? I'm curious to find out. Here's another example. I'm curious about different cultures, so I love reading books from around the world. Number 3, brave. 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 If you're brave, then you show courage. You're not afraid of danger or difficult situations. I used to be afraid of needles, and now I am brave when it comes to having an injection. I roll up my sleeve, I take a deep breath, and I don't make a fuss. I don't whine, I don't shy away, I don't cry. I just take a deep breath and they do it and it's fine. I'm very brave in those situations now. Here's an example sentence. It was very brave of him to stand up for what he believes in, despite the opposition. Number 4, lazy. 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 If you're lazy, this isn't a good thing. It means you're unwilling to work or you're unwilling to use energy. If you can't get out of bed on time, then you'd be described as lazy. Or if you don't do your chores in the house and someone else has to clean up for you, then you are definitely being a bit lazy. Here's an example. On Sundays, I feel lazy and prefer to stay in bed longer than usual. Number 5, talkative. 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 If you are talkative, then you talk a lot. I was accused of being talkative when I was a child at school. In fact, the word they used to describe me then was chatterbox. If you're a chatterbox, then you're very talkative. Here's an example sentence. My sister is very talkative. She can chat with her friends for hours. Number 6, honest. 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 If you're honest, then you tell the truth. You are truthful and sincere. You don't tell lies. You don't deceive people. I like to think of myself as being a very honest person, although I have told a few lies in my time. Here's an example sentence. I appreciate honest feedback, even if it's not always what I want to hear. Number 7, shy, shy, shy. If you're described as shy, then you are nervous and timid in the company of other people. Here's an example sentence. Despite being shy, he delivered an excellent presentation. I can imagine that you may feel shy if you have to speak to a group of people in English. And at the B1 level, that's normal. In fact, even if you're fluent, then you may still feel a little bit shy when speaking publicly. Let's move on to number 8. Creative, creative, creative. If you're described as creative, then you have the ability to produce original and unusual ideas, or you are able to make things and use your imagination. Creative people normally work within the arts industry, in plays, television, radio, in the music industry, creating beautiful pieces of art, like the one behind me on the wall. Here's an example sentence. She's so creative, always coming up with new ideas for her art projects. Before I continue, please could you hit the like button if you're enjoying this lesson? Things like likes, shares and comments really make the algorithm happy, and that helps me. So thank you in advance. Let's move on. Number 9, loyal. Loyal, loyal. If you're loyal, then you are giving or showing constant support to a person or an institution. You would imagine a person's dog to be very loyal. If you look after that dog, treat the dog kindly, feed the dog, house the dog, love the dog will be loyal. The dog will be with you no matter what. The same in a relationship. Hopefully your partner is loyal. They are truthful. They don't deceive. They don't cheat. They don't run away with somebody else. They are loyal to you. Here's an example sentence. He's a loyal friend. Always there when you need him. Number 10 is optimistic. 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 If you're optimistic, then you are hopeful and confident about the future. Sometimes things can be hard, times can be hard, and you can either be sad and depressed and think everything is going to be awful for a long time, or you can be optimistic and think things will be better in the future. Here's an example. Even in difficult times, she remains optimistic about the outcome. Number 11, pessimistic, pessimistic, pessimistic. If you're pessimistic, then you tend to see the worst aspects of things and you believe that the worst things will happen. So this is the opposite of optimistic. If you don't believe that good things will happen and you focus on the negative, then you are pessimistic. Let's imagine I enter into a competition, a talent contest. If I'm average and it's not clear if I will win or not, an optimistic person would say, you've got a good chance of winning. It could happen. Hey! A pessimistic person will say, you have no chance of winning. It's just going to be a waste of time. You should never have entered the competition. Are you more optimistic or pessimistic? Here's an example sentence. He's quite pessimistic about the chances of success, which can be demotivating. Number 12, ambitious. Ambitious. Now, if you are really keen to achieve fluency in English, then you could describe yourself as ambitious. Learning a second language is not an easy thing to do. It takes a bit of ambition. You have to be an ambitious person. So to be ambitious is to have a strong desire and determination to succeed. So you want it and you work hard to get it. You're ambitious. Here's an example. His ambitious nature led him to start his own company. Number 13, cautious. 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 Cautious means avoiding potential problems or dangers by being careful. Sometimes it's good to be cautious, but you can be overly cautious. You can be too cautious. Here's an example sentence. It's good to be cautious when investing money. Oh yes, you don't want to just throw loads of money into an investment without being careful, without trying to avoid the problems, doing your research. Number 14, energetic. 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 Energetic means that you show lots of energy. You show and involve great activity and vitality. If I am bouncing around, hi guys, hi, hey, how are you? Then you'd say, what did Anna have for breakfast? She's very energetic today. In fact, my children are always very energetic. It's exhausting. Here's an example sentence. The energetic teacher keeps the class engaged with fun activities. Last on the list, number 15 is kind. Kind. Kind is having a friendly, generous and considerate nature. For example, she's very kind, always helping people without expecting anything in return. I hope that you can see that I'm a kind person, and I hope you are kind as well. Let me know in the comments which of those 15 adjectives you feel describes you. Now, we often change our characteristics depending on the environment, the time, what's going on around you. So tell me what your characteristics are today. Are you feeling energetic, optimistic, honest and loyal to the English Like a Native channel? Now, let's bring them all together. See if you can spot them in this little story. When I moved to a new city for university, I felt like a fish out of water. I was curious about my surroundings, but also a bit shy, making it hard for me to make friends initially. My roommate, however, was the complete opposite. Energetic and talkative, always bringing people together. Through her, I met a generous guy in the year above who lent me his notes for the entire year, and a kind neighbour who helped me by lending me sugar, basil and a hammer once. Their kindness and generosity were overwhelming. I also encountered a creative group of students who were starting a small drama club. Despite being cautious because of my limited acting skills, I decided to join, encouraged by my roommate's optimistic outlook. The club turned out to be a wonderful experience, allowing me to break out of my shell and become more confident. One of the club members was particularly ambitious, always pushing us to try bigger projects. Although I was pessimistic at first, fearing that we might fail, his enthusiasm was infectious. We ended up organising a successful charity play, which was a brave endeavour, but ultimately rewarding. Looking back, I realise how these varied personalities, generous, curious, brave, talkative, honest, shy, creative, loyal, optimistic, pessimistic, ambitious, cautious, energetic and kind, they enriched my experience and helped me to grow. I learnt the importance of embracing differences and the value of teamwork. Did you spot all of the adjectives? You can pause the video, rewind and listen again if you like. Otherwise, that little piece of text will also be in the worksheet, so don't forget to download it. Now it's time for a little quiz. Question 1. Which word best describes a person who is always ready to give more help or support than is usual or expected? Is it A, pessimistic, B, generous, C, cautious, or D, ambitious? And the correct answer is B, generous. Question 2. If someone is described as talkative, what is their most likely characteristic? A, they prefer to be alone. B, they are very quiet and reserved. C, they enjoy engaging in conversations and often talk a lot. Or D, they are very serious and hardly ever laugh. The correct answer is C. They enjoy engaging in conversations and often talk a lot. Question 3. Which adjective would best fit a person who tends to see the worst aspect of things or believe that the worst will happen? A, optimistic. B, energetic. C, pessimistic. D, creative. The correct answer is C, pessimistic. Question 4. What does it mean if someone is described as loyal? A, they change their opinions frequently. B, they have a strong desire to succeed at any cost. C, they show firm and constant support to someone. Or D, they are unwilling to share their belongings. The correct answer is C. They show firm and constant support to someone. Now, final question. Cautious is an adjective that describes someone who will A, act without thinking, B, take unnecessary risks, C, give up easily when faced with challenges, or D, plan carefully to avoid potential problems. The answer is D. They plan carefully to avoid potential problems. If you enjoyed that, then you will love the worksheet that you can download for free. Use the link in the description. And that is a wrap for today's lesson. Before you go, please subscribe for more English lessons, and I'll see you next time. Until then, keep exploring the beauty of English by watching another video here on the English Like a Native YouTube channel. Take care, everyone, and goodbye.